Yeah, it looked like it. I can't believe how many people you guys got there on your second.
You're freezing on the audio. Yeah, the second time with David. Last time was 2 months ago. We had 80 people, and this time, last night, we had 175 people. Just booming, booming, booming. Great, great meeting.
That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, I just hit record. Welcome, welcome everybody to our Tuesday morning business building call for our team. We are here to kind of give you some updates and things that we were able to talk about last week when we were blessed to be able to attend the 15th anniversary celebration cruise with LifeWave. So I'm going to let Onyx go ahead and just take it away and talk about all the amazing things we did.
Well, we had just an absolute ball. It was really fun to be together as a team and as a unit, and we patched and patched and patched. And I will tell you, on the first day, Dr. Joyce actually patched somebody in the muster line. You know, when you get on the cruise and usually they make you put on the life vest. This time they didn't. We just had to go to the area. So if the boat went down, we would know where to go. Anyway, Joyce patched a woman on Monday night or Monday afternoon, and Wednesday, we were by the pool and she came and found us and started crying. She'd been wearing the patches since Monday. She had fibroid myalgia. And she said that for the last, I think she said 8 or 10 months, her pain has been so excruciating. All she's been doing is trying to find some relief. And she said in the 3 days or 2 days, whatever it's been that she's been wearing it, that she has already had a 60% reduction in pain. And she said, I'm in. And so she joined right then and there with Dr. Joyce on a diamond pack. So that was really, really exciting. And it brings me right back to what we've been saying all along. Let the patches do the work. Go out and just keep patching people. She didn't know this woman at all. She lives in Utah. And so now she's part of Dr. Joyce's business. So Dr. Joyce did a great job. And I think it was really amazing for everybody in the team to interact with each other and learn that it really isn't so much what you say or the word, how you put them together, or so much of it is really about them and the space that they're in. And you put the patches on and you let the patches do the work and you just follow up. So I think a lot of people had an opportunity to sort of experience that and interact with each other about that. We had a lot of fun. We went swimming in the ocean. There were several people in the group that have never been on a cruise before, so that was neat. And, you know, of course, those of you that have been to the Bahamas before, you know the water there is just bluer than blue. It was absolutely gorgeous. And so we were able to go swimming actually a couple days in the ocean, which, you know, for me, that's like as good as it gets, well, almost. And then we had the funniest thing happen. It was Dr. Joyce, myself, Danny was with us, and so was Ray. And we had just seen David at the elevator doors. We all gave him a hug, and then he needed to go the other direction to go work with the Denmark team. And the elevator doors opened, and inside the elevator there was a piano. And so the four of us, we like looked at each other. We were like, "Oh my gosh!" And we all jumped in the elevator, and we started singing and dancing in the elevator while it went up and down and up and down. We had so much fun, actually little idiots. It was an absolute ball. And then on the last night, they did an award ceremony, which was delightful. And it was, once again, just, it's always beautiful for me anyway, to be in David's presence. The man's heart, the man's integrity, it's infectious. And it's just, for me, it's such an honor really to be here and to be in business with David and with each one of you all as well. Kathy, you want to say anything about the cruise, sweetie?
No, I just back to that. I was able to take my husband, and it just was amazing to hear him. The first time I'd been able to hear him talk. I had not met him previously, so it definitely puts you in a place where you know that
Yes, open this.
the right reasons. So it definitely validates why we're doing what we do. So for anybody out there that's got questions or right people, you know, I can't stress enough that we are definitely with the right people doing this.
There were 300 people from LifeWave there, And I would say that about 150 to 200 of them were Asians. They were from Japan, they were from Taiwan, and there was one other country. Kathy, what was the other country? Taiwan, Asia, Taiwan, Japan.
Philippines.
There was one other group. I think it was the Philippines. The Philippines, exactly. And so, once again, it reminded me of, wow, it's exactly what David said. Japan is the #1 market. They're really exploding in Asia. As most of us know, in so many ways, especially in natural health, in my perception anyway, the Asians are so far past us. They understand and accept things different than the way many of us have been programmed in our beliefs here in the United States. So it was really interesting to see. There was one lady that got up there and she was, David's like, she apparently won the competition that went on a year ago for the free cruise. Thank you, sweetie. And she, she got up there and she said, David's like, well, so how come you did this? And she's like, are you kidding? David announced a free cruise to the Caribbean. And I said, no way am I going to miss it. And so that was enough to get her excited, to get her to go out and do the patching every single day. There was another woman who won the Richard Quick Award. And I think she was from the Philippines. And he asked her what she did. And she said, I did the same boring stuff over and over and over again. And look at how big my business is. And what that comes down to is just patching 3 people a day and following up.
Absolutely. I definitely was.
Is there any? You were what?
Definitely witnessed to 8 or 10 of our team patching and patching and patching. I just sat back and kind of took it all in. Everybody's under. They're it's a 3-foot roll. They were 3 feet in front of her. Dr. Joyce patching.
Yep. Not judging absolutely anyone. She was making a connection, having a conversation, and then offering them the gift of health. And she didn't care who they were. She didn't care where they were. If they were sitting near her, she was going to patch them. And so it was just wonderful to see. It was wonderful to be together. And at the very end, it was beautiful. David sent me a text and he said, Onyx, I just want you to know you have the best team. I said, I know. Everybody on this group is just, we're all on a mission. We all get along. There's no judgment. There's just love. Let's help each other. Let's grow together. Let's make a difference in the world. One patch, one person, one heart at a time. And so it was definitely felt.
Most definitely.
So last night, we had another pleasure, if you can believe it, and David came to Naples in Florida. We had an absolutely packed house. Before the meeting, Sierra, my daughter, and I had set the room for 125 people. We left to go grab a little bite. We came back, and at 20 minutes till 6, till 7, excuse me, there was no parking available anymore. So I was out there directing traffic to try and get everybody into the event. And we had 175 people at the event last night, which is nothing short of fantastic, considering that the last time David was in the Naples area was 2 months ago. And at that meeting, we had 80 people. So it shows how much the group is growing, how much the product is making a difference, and how much each one of you with what you're doing is helping people one person at a time. So I'm honored to be in business with each of you. I thought I would share some of what he spoke about last night, because for me, I've heard him speak now maybe four times in public, I would say. And of course, I've had many luncheons and dinner meetings, etc. with him. But every time he speaks, I learn something new. And so it's always a pleasure to me. Last night, I asked him to talk a little bit more about light therapy and the light body and how it worked. And he said some really fascinating things. He talked about a book by Robert Becker. Robert O. Becker is his name. I actually knew and have this book, to be honest, on my bookshelf, and it's The Body Electric. And I know about this book from a previous doctor named Dr. Jack Kruse that I followed for many years that taught me about light, water, and magnetism. which is why when Kathy came to me with these products and she said it's photobiomodulation, I was like, are you kidding? Because I already knew a little bit about what it was. But David mentioned 2 books that I've heard Dr. Jack Kruse mention before. One was The Body Electric, and the other one was Dr. Fitzpatrick's book, which is another older book. But he spoke about a little bit about how we've been conditioned to believe that we are chemistry, that the body is chemistry, and the pharmaceutical companies and the doctors and, you know, everyone has gotten us all in this belief system that we're actually chemistry. And he said that basically, if you were going to distill Becker's book down to one thing, it would be that we are electric bodies, we are light bodies, we're not actually bodies of chemistry. And so I thought that was a beautiful way to distill actually who we are. He talked a little bit about the systems in the body that, you know, he talked about the auras and the chakras, and that most of us have heard about this, and that in Chinese medicine that they're connected through the collagen, which most of us know is in our face, but collagen is the highest found protein in the body. And that it's basically strings of collagen that go through the chakras or through the different energy centers, meridians that the Chinese acupuncturists use. And attached to those strings of collagen are different vitamins like magnesium and zinc and that sort of thing. And so when the Chinese put a needle into a string that might be I think he did right here, and he said this is lung 1. And so when they put a needle here, this will change the energy because all of the collagen in the body is connected like a string. He also spoke a little bit about inflammation, and he spoke about stem cells, and that basically, and Natalie, speak up if I get it a little bit wrong, but basically he said that, as I remember, he said that when you have inflammation in your body, the inflammation essentially will send up a red flag, and the red flag is calling to the stem cells because it needs relief from the inflammation. And so the stem cells will go running to the source of inflammation, and the stem cells will release their growth factors. So let's say you've got inflammation in the knee. And actually, Dr. Angela was there last night. She told us this exact story about a patient of hers who had inflammation in the knee. And she began wearing the X39, and she said, and this is Dr. Angela talking, she said her patient's knee grew in size. And Dr. Angela said, wow, that's a terrific result, because that actually means that the patches, the X39 patches, are working on you. And so to circle back, what David said was that the inflammation cells, the stem cells will then release their growth factors. The stem cells will release their growth factors. It's kind of like a balloon that opens up. And so that's why sometimes people will experience the stem cells, the inflammation will actually kill the stem cells. So when you have injections of stem cells and you have a source of, let's say, your knee of high inflammation, the stem cells are actually killing the inflammation is actually killing the stem cells that have been sent to that source. This is one of the reasons that the X39 patch is so powerful. It's because you're wearing it for 12 hours, you're rejuvenating for 12 hours, and you're putting on a new patch for 12 hours. So you're sending a constant source of stem cells to work on this point of inflammation until they're able to get a reduction of inflammation. And then once the stem cells have been able to create a reduction of inflammation, they will then go to the next part in your body. And so I personally had never heard anything about inflammation kills stem cells. So this was, for me, again, this was my little golden nugget from last night. There were so many, but as many times as I've heard David speak, I've never heard him say that before. And I thought that was really, really fascinating in, you know, what we're doing in giving the body a continuous source of stem cells, and your body's own stem cells. So I thought that was really, really cool. Another topic that came up quite a few times was prostate. And somebody asked about, you know, David, if we want to be preventative in prostate cancer, what would you recommend? And this has nothing to do with the patches, but because it came up so many times, I thought I would share it. He said that there's been quite a lot of research on a grape seed extract, and he would recommend, if you want to have prevention of prostate cancer, grape seed extract and trans resveratrol. So those were two of the nutrients for any of the men that have been that are concerned about prostate health. That would be, according to David, a great place for you all to start. So it was really it was just another amazing meeting. There was no parking at all. I mean, we were like all shoved in. It was so funny because I just kept saying to everybody, okay, when we leave tonight, can everybody please remember that we're all friends, take it slow so that we don't have any car accidents, because literally there was way too many people for the space that we were in. And thankfully, everybody was able to leave the event free and clear as well. So, come back. There you are. So it was, you know, there was no issues in regards to that. So it was once again a wonderful, wonderful night. Can I switch topics again?
Keep on going.
Kathy, can I switch? Okay, great, sweetie. So one of the things that I noticed last night is that there's been so much growth in the team, which is a wonderful thing, and you can see that by the people there, by the excitement level. Of course, the testimonials, as usual, just off the chain. And you know, for me, there's so many great things about this business, but certainly being able to bless people with the gift of health, to use Dr. Joyce's words, for me is just amazing. Absolutely, it brings me to tears so many times to hear the stories of the lives of the people that I've been able to touch, because I took a chance. I picked up the phone and I called somebody, or I took a chance and I put an X39 patch either on somebody I know or somebody that I don't know. And so it's one of the blessings of this business that I feel personally honored to be here. But one of the things that I did notice last night is that many people were like, do you have any patches I can borrow? Do you have any patches I can borrow? It seems like a lot of people were running out of product, which again is a high quality problem. But as you know, one of the leaders of this wonderful organization, and if I haven't told you today, Kathy, you are the best sponsor ever. I am so lucky. Everybody in this organization is so lucky to have you there with your guidance and your help. And I think we make an amazing team, and I'm so blessed to be in business with you, Kathy. So thank you.
Definitely a bit of a blessing as well.
For all you do, and I know you a big deal. Most of it. Go back to what I noticed. What I would like to do is to make an offer for anybody that wants to go online this week before Sunday and place an order for 3 sleeves of X39. You can send me a text message at my number at 561-213-9139 that shows your address, and I will kick you a free sleeve of X39. So I'm doing that for this week only. I want you all to be sure that you've got product. Remember, network marketing is really no different than a shoe business. You know, if you want to sell shoes, you've got to have shoes on the shoe shelf. And it's the same thing with the patching business. If you all want to build a patching business, you've got to have product. So I want to do what I can to help you all this week to have enough product. And so if you'd like to take advantage of that, absolutely feel free to do so. I do have my iPhone 11, and Kathy and Sierra, thank you both of you, have done a wonderful job helping me get set up, but I never recovered my 3,000 contacts. So I've been moving back and forth. I'm now completely on the iPhone 11. So if you all would like to, I would really love for you to text me again, even if you've done it before, your contact card, because if you did it before, it probably went to my iPhone 7. So I would love to be able to add you to my iPhone 11. So please text me your contact card, irrespective of you take advantage of the special for this week. Kathy, is there anything you want to say before I move to the next topic?
We have somebody with their hand up, so we have a couple people. We have someone who's with his iPhone, so I can't call you out, but if you're there, unmute yourself, and we will answer your question. How about you, Jeanette? Why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself and have a question? Go ahead.
I was wanting to repeat the phone number.
Onyx,
Absolutely, sweetie.
Thank you.
I sure can. Thank you for asking again. So my phone number is 561-213-9139. So I'm going to do it again. 561-213-9139.
and I also just put it in the
Thank
chat
you.
for everybody, so it's in the chat box if you open that up on your Zoom app. Okay, the iPhone number there, if you wanted to unmute your.
Perfect.
Go ahead and.
So I am still in Naples, as you guys can see, because I actually have Wi-Fi.
That's awesome. I'm excited that you have Wi-Fi.
I know, right? Okay, is there somebody else that's asking a question, Kathy, or should I keep going?
She has her hand up, but she's muted and it's not letting me unmute her. So she would.
Unmute her. Okay. Okay. No problem. So I'm still in Naples tonight, and tomorrow. Excuse me. I'm in Naples today, and tonight I will be in Tampa leading a meeting, and then tomorrow night I will be in Sarasota leading a meeting. So both of these meetings will start at 7 o'clock. Tampa is tonight, Tuesday night, and Sarasota is on Wednesday night. If you all have people in those areas, please feel free to send them to the meetings, and I will, of course, take care of them and then help you put them into your business if they're not already in your businesses. And then I want to remind everybody that Kathy and I do a weekly Zoom call at 8, and that's the same, right, Kathy? Because we went through a time change. It's going to be exactly the same between California and Florida still, correct?
8:30 Pacific.
Can you hear me, Kathy?
5:30 Pacific time.
Okay, perfect. Nope, 5:30 Eastern. No, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific.
5:30 Pacific.
So if you all, correct. And so this is a call that we have testimonials. It's approximately 25 to 30 minutes long. It's a way for you all to bring people into your business that maybe are not in Tampa or are not in Sarasota, but you'd like to have them to have a chance to interact with Kathy or myself. And there will be some testimonials on the call. So that will be Thursday night. We're doing that every Thursday night. We're coming into Thanksgiving, so we'll have to see how that, Thursday night, we obviously won't be doing it, but it should be for the next either 2 or 3 Thursdays. I don't know where we are in November. We got 2 or 3. I think Thanksgiving this year is really weird. It's like almost at the end of November. So that will be happening on Thursday night. So I've got those 2 meetings. We've got the Zoom call. I will then be headed out to California. I've got currently 2 meetings scheduled in California. There's going to be one on Thursday night. I believe that's December 5th off the top of my head. That will be with David. And then on Saturday, I'm going to do basically a meeting for you opportunity meeting for you to bring people to introduce them to the business. It's the 7th. Thursday night is the 7th. So the 5th is David. And then Saturday, the 7th, is when I'll be doing a meeting in Orange County in the morning. It'll be an open meeting where you all can bring people to bring into the business. And then after that, I'll be doing a business building. Now, last night, Sierra did record David. We tried to do it as a Facebook Live, but there was lousy Wi-Fi in the room. Imagine that, Kathy. So there was bad Wi-Fi. So I'm sure Kathy and Sierra will be interacting over the next couple of days to see. It's a big video, but if we can get that uploaded for everybody to be able to hear it direct from David, we'll do that. Sierra did record in sections to hopefully make it a little bit easier to get that over to everyone. And so the last thing that I wanted to talk about anyway, and I've talked the whole time, I've been a little piglet, but the last thing I would talk about before the end of this call was convention. And to remind everybody that we will be there. Convention is all day on Saturday, which is the 25th of January. And then Sunday, I believe it's a partial day. I think it either ends at 1 or 3 on Sunday. But I will be there. Kathy will be there. Sierra will be there. I think a lot of people from the boat are going to be, hopefully coming. Hopefully Deb and Joseph are going to be there, and we'll see. I hope that we will see each one of you. But it's a wonderful chance for you to be able to interact with David, and of course interact with me and Kathy and each other. To me, the best part about this business is each other. It's the relationships that we're building in this together. So that's all I have to say. I have talked, Kathy.
I've got Danny. She's got her hand up. She wants to say something real quick. So let me unmute her.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Onyx and everyone.
Hi, Danny. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I just wanted to give a little testimonial about what I witnessed on the boat. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful trip. But I wanted to say how amazing it was to see people patching people. That's one thing that I've been a little hesitant about is like, I use my own, for me, it's like, I don't want to throw up in front of people and give them all this information or patch them. But I just have to say, Kathy did an amazing job with these sample packs. I had not seen it myself until I got on the boat. And then to watch people in action, patching people. And that's really, truly what Onyx is saying about patch 3 people a day is so true. I'll tell you, when I flew back from Miami yesterday, I'm on the plane, I'm talking to this woman. She happens to be a counselor of all things. And she was at a conference and we started talking about what we both do. And then I told her about the products. It was a very natural, organic conversation. And by the end of the trip, I had her patch. I had another sleeve for her boyfriend who had pain. And then she actually started asking me the right questions. She asked me about the business opportunity, which was so cool. And I got her number to follow up, which is really important. That's one thing Onyx noticed that I was forgetting was like, I wasn't getting their phone number to follow up. That's really important. And then when I was at the airport, I only had like an hour to get on the next plane. And I sat next to a med student from, I'm in Portland, Oregon. So OHSU is the hospital here, a med student that's going to graduate in 6 months. And it's orthopedic surgery is what he's doing in sports medicine. And I told him about the patch. I patched him, gave him a sample, and he was off. And he's right down the street from my clinic too. So I offered him a free acupuncture treatment as well. But I was like, it's so much easier than you think. And so I just really encourage all of you to surround yourselves with patchers and when you come to Vegas, I can't wait to meet you because we can all patch people. But that's really what gave me the confidence and encouragement. And I just hope everybody is patching. That's all I have to say. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you, Danny. It's awesome to hear.
Yes, it is. Say anything, Deb? Okay. Kathy, you have anything else?
That's it. A testimonial left. We'd love to have you. We haven't seen you yet for this call. Wrap this up.
Absolutely. So remember, what's your goal? 3 people a day. And follow Dr. Joyce's rule. If they're within 3 feet of you, you're going to give them a patch. So get a patch onto them. Danny, thank you so much for sharing from your heart. I could really feel it. And
Yes.
I really honor
Thank you.
the woman that you are and being part of our team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Go ahead and end this meeting until.
Have a great week. Bye.